Hello folks, I am your host Ali Raj and you are watching Gaslightman.
Hello everyone and welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, let's go ahead and train and evaluate our machine learning models using Amazon SageMaker Canvas. If you guys recall, in the previous lesson, we have been able to upload our data to S3 and we also explored the data. If you guys recall, we only had the two columns. We had one input and we had one output, and all I need to do is I wanted to convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. That's all there is. I'm also assuming that I don't know the equation beforehand. All I have is just a bunch of data points. Okay, alright, so we upload the data to S3 and then we open the Amazon SageMaker canvas and then we imported our data and we link it up here. Now I wanted to show you guys what we are going to do with that data. So let me show you. Let me head back to our SageMaker canvas here, and please note that this is the right data that we choose. So if you just click on it, you should be able to see the data here. So here I have the Celsius, here I have the Fahrenheit, and it's only the previewing the first 100 rows that we have in our data. And if you scroll to the bottom here, it looks pretty good. Next, what I could do is I can go ahead and say, well, I want that data, right? So I would like to go ahead and simply I wanted to go to the model first. I wanted to create a new model, so we are gonna say new model, and then I'm going to say, well, that will be, let's say, temperature. I am going to call it the application temperature converter. We are going to say create, and this is going to create the model for me here. So here I created a model called the cold temperature converter, and now I need to tell its basic. It's asking me, okay, what is the data set, right? So here I need to select the Celsius to Fahrenheit data and just say select data, and here we go. What you guys here is all we need to do is to select your data set, and then you can go ahead and shift to build, and that's where you can go ahead and build your model. So what do you guys see here in on the bottom? You should be able to see the two columns that we have. We had the Fahrenheit and we had the Celsius. These are the names of the columns. You can also see the data type which states numeric. Okay, so you can also see the percentage of the missing rows that we have in our data, and we don't have any missing values, which is great. You can also see here the mean as well of the data and the mode too, and you can also see how many unique samples do we have in my data to what you guys need to specify here. And I mentioned that before, all what you need to do when it comes to Amazon SageMaker canvas, you need to upload the data to S3, import your data to AWS SageMaker canvas. You need to specify what would be the target column, and if you guys recall what I am trying to do, and let me show you in the presentation here. All what I am trying to do is I am trying to simply come up with this equation here. So the input to my model is going to be the temperature in Celsius, and the output is going to be the temperature in Fahrenheit. Okay, so that's essentially the objective here. So the target column, and that is going to be the output, is going to be the Fahrenheit. That's what I am trying to predict. And here we go. What you guys see here is once you select that, you will see that right now it shows the Fahrenheit as my target column, and you can go ahead and see the distribution here of the data. Okay, so this is the simply the value distribution of my data. And what you guys see as well here on the right hand side, there you can go ahead and say quickly build, and that is going to quickly build a machine learning model for you. And please note, you actually have the multiple options. You can either do a standard build, and that will take maybe 2 to 4 hours, or you can do a quick build. There could take between the 2 and 15 minutes. So let's go ahead and click on quick build, and here we go. What you guys see here is no behind the scenes. Amazon SageMaker Canvas is just using their dataset, and it's building a simple machine learning regression model behind the scenes. And here we go. Note the model has been trained actually did not even like less than a 1 minute. And what you guys see here is the simply the analysis part. It's telling you the model often predict a value that is in within the plus minus zero of the actual value for your Fahrenheit. And this is of course makes sense because well the actual model here is a perfect straight line that can go through the data, so pretty much we don't have any error. We have like the perfect fit for this model. Okay, and what you guys could see as well is you can click on coding and you can get an idea here that these are the data point that we use, right? And that line here is the actual straight line that was the fit for my model. And you will see here this is the simply the predicted value of the red and the height, and these are the actual value of the Fahrenheit, and it look like the model actually did an amazing job. And of course it makes sense because this is the very simple, I would say, the data set, and we do not have any variation in the data. Basically it is a simple straight line, perfect straight line equation. Now I can go ahead and use the predict option here. So if you click on the predict, you should be able to see that here we have an actual application where if I select a single prediction, I can go ahead and simply enter my temperature in Celsius, and no, I should be able to get the result in Fahrenheit. So let's go ahead and check it out. For example, if I change the value here and I put, let's say, the number 0, for example, that's again the 0 Celsius, and if I say please go ahead and reset that change, I'm sorry, let's go ahead and set 0 again, and I want you guys to go ahead and click on the update. You should be able to see the prediction. Here we go. So when you say 0 Celsius, that will be equivalent to the 32 Fahrenheit. If you don't trust me, you can go ahead here back to our conversion here, and you will see that if you put 0 Celsius, the Fahrenheit 32 Fahrenheit looks good. All right, you can go ahead and maybe try a different value. Maybe instead of 0 Celsius, though we are going to say, let's say 25 degrees Celsius, and you say update. Here we go, you should be able to see the 86 Fahrenheit, and this is the simply how you can build a simple machine learning model simply with just a few clicks and without writing any single line of code at all. Please note that you can of course here select a much more complicated data set, and you should be able to go through the exact same process. Just select the data, select the target, build your model, analyze your model, and then you can go ahead and generate prediction. Okay, alright, so that's it. That's simply all I have for this lesson. I hope you guys enjoy it. In the next lesson, I am going to have my final end of the capstone project. Please stay tuned. Best of luck, and I will see you guys in my next lesson.
गेट साइटमेंट को लाइक करें, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और बेल आइकन को दबा दें ताकि इस जैसी अपडेट्स आपको मिलती रहें।